We begin tonight with our top story. 3 vehicles were involved in an accident in Parkersburg this morning. According to Wood County Dispatch, the crash happened at the intersection of Murdoch Avenue and 19th Street. The call came in at 10:44 a.m. this morning. According to Parkersburg police, a Ford truck, a Ford SUV, and a Lincoln sedan were involved in the crash. The truck was in the left lane and went to merge into the center lane, but did not see the SUV. The SUV quickly merged into the right lane to avoid an accident, but did not see the sedan. The sedan went off of the road and struck a telephone pole, causing the outside of the pole to crack but remained stable. There were injuries reported, but no one was taken to the hospital. Mon Power was alerted and will inspect the pole. The Parkersburg Police, Parkersburg Fire Department, and Camden Clark Ambulance Service all came to the scene.